how how you think the intuition, female intuition, can improve the business as you improve the in create this new area?
That's a very interesting question. When I read it, I thought, oh, I have no idea how I'm going to answer that question for him.
Yeah.
Because I think that for me in my career, I have often never thought about being a woman, and I don't think about what it is that I have brought to an organization because I am. But as I look back on it, I do remember a different story of once where I left Harbinger, the company I left to go to work for Vantive. And when I left, I was the only female CEO or female executive on the team. I wasn't a CEO at that point. And one of the guys said, I so hope that we'll replace you with another woman. And at the point I said, why would you say that? Because I thought he was going to say it's because women are more empathetic or empathic and are better at services and taught us that. And I thought that's where he was going. But he came back and said, Marie, you gave us such a feminine touch and a feminine viewpoint to what we were doing. And he goes, we so needed it. And he goes, we didn't even realize we needed it. He goes, I think that for the women's movement, you guys shouldn't be saying we can do everything you can. You should be saying we can do things you can't. And so I would say over my career, when I look at the CSMs that I've hired, there are just as many men that are empathic and would do this job just as well as a woman. So I don't want to say that women don't bring something different to the workplace. I think we absolutely do, and we have a different vantage point. But I don't think that with this specific role, that it had anything to do with my feminine side or those particularly feminine traits. It may have. It caused me to think about that. But I do look and think that for me, it was purely a business decision that if you were going to make sure a company was successful, you had to have a process. You had to be focused on their success. I'll share this story because I think it helps here in what we were trying to accomplish. At one point, the sales rep told me that he wanted me to speak to a big customer that we were trying to sign, and that this was a make or break conversation for the company in this deal. And so as I sat down with this man, he came back and said, well, we had a failed implementation of